Okay, now we are back. Sorry for the little break we went on. It was to handle some technical issues behind the scene. And the difference between live and recorded session is obvious.
Yeah.
So, Lady Jane, where we stop? Where did we stop? Remind me.
Okay, we are talking about structural stability. One of the documents you need to get your building plan
Letter
approval.
of structural stability.
Yes, we're talking about letter of social stability, and Mr. Peace was trying to explain.
Okay.
Yes, he's trying to explain why you need to do all that
Okay.
and how you are going to get it.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've talked about the fact that each of these engineering elements of the building have different engineers, professionals, okay, who bring in their experience into it, the structural engineer, the mechanical engineer,
Electrical
the electrical
engineers.
engineer, and everything. And don't forget your plumbing work as well too, So Nigerians have good engineers. The basic thing is that, like we're saying offline before we actually came online, talked about there are a lot of jobs in the real estate fields. But because Nigerians are looking for tie and suit,
Yeah,
everybody wants to sit in the office, nobody wants to go to the field.
Meanwhile, the investors are also adamant about it. You know,
So,
I had someone. I was asking them, how do you get the place you're living now?
okay.
We are talking about this building plan and the place where they are staying. They are not staying far away from a pipeline.
Okay.
So I was like, how do you know that your house will not be affected,
Okay.
being that you're not far away from the pipeline?
Okay.
And anywhere where there is pipeline, the government they must have mapped out a large portion of land where they don't want anybody to encroach.
Okay.
So I was trying to ask the particular man, do you have a survey plan and all that? He doesn't even have a survey plan they never surveyed that place.
Okay.
Yeah, they just bought it, they laid the foundation and they've started building already. So you didn't even go to the government to check out the place you're building your house and all that. You just have your family receipts and all that. So it really doesn't work like that, These are you're neglecting a work for somebody, something a graduate would have used to feed himself. So somebody is there neglecting it. This is why we say people are unemployed.
Exactly.
After going to school, you don't have a job.
Everybody wants to work in the bank. Everybody wants to work in Thailand.
Sometimes it's because nobody is these things are something you need to look for someone to do it. If I want to survey, because I need a surveyor. And in a state where the person is ignorant about that, they just go on, start building and all that, because they have told you, okay, this is 50 by 100, and you actually bought an order. Did you actually confirm? So
that's that. So apart from letter of structural stability, are there other documents that you need to have?
That brings us to land use planning analysis reports.
Okay.
When we say land use, I know there are some landlords, they don't have this.
Okay.
They don't even know. It's not like they don't know. They are not. They feel they are not part of it.
The need for that document is based on the fact that all land in Nigeria belongs to the government.
Yeah.
Government has planned how they want to use all the land in Nigeria. Some lands are earmarked for governmental use only. Some lands are earmarked for private use. So now, when government allows you the right to own a land, to occupy a land in Nigeria, now there's a levy, okay, that annual levy that government collects from you every year. It's called the land use levy. Normally it's the token, because if land is for agricultural purposes, the land use levy is less than if the land is for a stadium, or the land is for a convention, or the land is for a school. Okay, so the use, the purpose of that land, the use for which you have a need that land for, is what determines the kind of level that government gives
Issue.
to you, you understand? So now the land use planning, okay, analysis is, take for instance, when you get, there's a case of somebody who sent me a PDF documents to look at the customer, the client is in Abuja, they wanted to sell a particular land, and they sent I think to the CFO they sent to us, and in the CFO it was specified there that the land is for commercial and not residential. Okay, so now if you're not able to interpret that document, that means you will not misuse the land. You cannot just convert a land to be used for agriculture into industrial. Neither can you convert an industrial road, industrial property, a land earmarked for industrial purposes for residential.
Just like that.
Just like that. You understand? So now that is the reason why you need to analyze the land use plan. There is a plan. Some lands are strictly for airport purposes. Yes. Now, government will never put airport there in the next 100 years, but they have mapped it out for airport use to make sure that no residence is within 100 kilometers or 50 kilometers because of the noise and the heavy activity that goes on in the airports.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the reasons why people die young or have stroke and everything is because if you look at if you are staying close to this industry like factories, maybe like where they do quarry, where they grind stones, the noise and everything, the vibration, the human body also vibrates.
Sometimes sometimes when you are there, you get used to the noise.
Exactly. Before you know it, you want to hear normal noise. Exactly. You get to hear normal noise and everything. And imagine there are some schools sited in those areas. So I schooled in Ikeja cantonment, but there was a train, a railway close to it. I mean, it was like let's say like 1,000 meters between the railway tracks and my school. But when the train is coming, we hear the blast of the noise in our school.
Even when the train is still far off
and everything. So, I mean, a person that's supposed to live for 50 years or live for 100 years is not living for like 45 years. Why? The damage has been done to the body of the person. We don't know all these things. So we're talking about land use plan. We need to understand for what purposes of government plan to use this land. So these issues have to be analyzed and reports placed, and then the builders looking at the analysis report, they can tell, oh, if we site this kind of business in this location, it can affect XYZ.
Okay.
That's why you see some companies, the headquarter of the company is far off from the factory of the company.
Because they can't.
The management is not built. No director would be in his office hearing factory noise. Imagine Coca-Cola having their head office inside Coca-Cola plants. No.
Okay.
So the land use plan is extremely important. It's extremely important. You need to know how land has been zoned, so that you know the kind of business that can fly in that area. So investors will save their millions in the future if they pay attention to what you are sharing with them now.
And to know if a road is going to be passing there actually.
Exactly.
because that's what the experience we're having now for the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road.
We're lucky in the era of Nigeria Airways, because that the first flight I took was Nigeria Airways. Nigeria Airways, when the plane is coming, you're hearing noise as if angels are coming. So thank God for improvement in aeronautics engineering. If not, I mean, when plane is coming, you are in a Siloko road, the airport is in airport road. You hear, because before the plane lands, there is noise. Before the plane takes off, there is noise. So you can imagine if you are having a traffic of 3 million visitors every year, each plane having a capacity of 100. You can imagine the number of flights. You can imagine the noise pollution. So these things we are talking about, I think it is timely, and it's not only about the destruction of the properties, the destruction of human lives.
Also.
also extremely important.
Wow.
So, what other documents you want to talk about?
Okay. Now you also need your tax reports.
Okay.
That is where that's the point. That is when they will hit Nigerians.
Okay.
Tax reports.
Okay.
Mr. Chris, have you been paying your tax?
Of course.
Okay.
I have been paying, actually, because it's on record, I have paid individual tax, I've paid company tax.
Okay. Okay. I just hope Nigerians are paying their tax.
Nigerians are paying
especially Lagosians.
We are paying tax.
Yes.
Nigerians are paying tax.
So I'm not saying tax. Tax.
Tax and tax, it's not close. What you give to government, you are giving to God.
You can actually get your tax report from your bank.
Okay.
Yes, yes. I think that is where most people get their. But me, if I want to get my tax reports, I can go to the bank and also go to I can also go to the company they will give, because I pay tax too.
Okay.
So you need your tax reports and every other document you have that is valid.
Okay.
Every other valid document you have.
Okay.
So this building plan can be given to you. Yes, we know that 90 days is too small to get this. If all landlords in Lagos fight to get this in 90 days, I don't know how fast.
Except there's no cost.
Yeah, there are no penalties.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So can you quickly do a rundown through the things we talked about?
Okay, we talked about the title documents and the proof of ownership. That is your deed of assignment or deed of transfer, anyone you have.
Okay.
Then the survey plan. We also talked about the architectural drawings, the structural, the electrical, and mechanical drawings.
Okay.
Then we have the non-destructive integrity test reports. Yes, we also have the letter of structural stability.
Okay.
Yes. Then the land use planning analysis reports.
Okay.
Then the tax reports.
Okay.
Yes.
Compliance.
Yeah, tax compliance. So
That's
these are all you need. Then get to Oba Akinjobi Ikeja, Lagos.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Landlady Jane, there's a get across to you. What's your social media handles, your telephone number, your email?
Okay, I'll be so delighted to entertain every question. Yes, if there's any way the viewers think you can be of help, you can reach me on my telephone number +23 480 6036 3102. You can also get me on my social media handle at TikTok at Landlady Jane.
Okay.
Then my email is janeobiora12@gmail.com. You can get me on Facebook, Ezenwa Lillian Jane on Facebook. Then you can get me on YouTube at Landlady Jane. So please, we are looking out for you, our dear clients, my brothers from the East. Please don't ignore this. Don't ignore this. We are not happy that people's properties are being destroyed and all those. It is affecting the real estate industry. So please do your own parts and we do our own parts.
Yeah.
And everybody will live in peace.
Okay, my name is Ehato Christian Osaze.
Yes.
And my social media handle is Christmas Lagos on Facebook, Christmas on Instagram, Christmas Digital on YouTube. My email address is christmasdigital@yahoo.com, and the website is www.christmas.com. Thank you very much. God bless
Thank you, Mr. Chris.